first video of many, hopefully. It's Long Run Sunday, and it's going to be matching the longest run I've done to date in my life, because it's starting a new training block where I'm training for a half Ironman as well as a 50K. Technically it's a 53K. This race had to be special, I guess, but I've done multiple long distance triathlons already, so I'm used to that volume of training. I'm used to going out and running for a couple hours at a time. It's gotten pretty normal for me, but I'm about 6 weeks out from a local 70.3 here in southwestern Illinois, around the Edwardsville, Illinois area. And if all goes according to plan, and it doesn't get canceled because of all the COVID things, 6 weeks from now, I'm going to be doing it's called Capex 70.3, put on by MSC Racing out of St. Louis. Going to be at Carlisle Lake. As long as everything's going according to plan, and public health doesn't become more of a concern, or more of a worry level, then that race will still go on. I just did a half Ironman local one in Springfield, Illinois last weekend. It went really well. Socially distanced, a smaller crowd, and I'm hoping this won't be the same. So that's 6 weeks out. 7 weeks from now, I am doing my first ultramarathon. It's the Rockin' Rockwoods 53K down in Eureka, Missouri at Greensfelder Park. And I think that's going to be a fun weekend. I'm going to be training for that with my good buddy Jeff. Hopefully he'll be on some of these videos in the near future. And today is the first long run in that training block. We were going to try to run together, but our schedules just couldn't mesh up today, which that happens. I'm on my way to the trail from church. Ideally, I would have liked to have gotten up and ran before church this morning. I love doing that. Just a good way to just start the day off. Getting a good run in, enjoying God's creation, and then going to church and worshiping God with your brothers and sisters in Christ. But because of my job, I've been on nights. I hadn't been getting to bed as early. I'm switching back to day shift now, so maybe in the near future I'll be able to get up earlier and start running earlier instead of struggling to get to bed. But today we got 16 miles, but it's going to be a 16-mile trail run. It's going to take around 3 hours. So we're going to get to the trail, change in our running clothes, and see how it goes. Knock it out. So we're about 30 minutes in so far. I'm just focused on keeping my heart rate underneath 140. I'm not worried about pace. And I'm focusing on, just like any ultra endurance event, it's a slow burn. So walking the uphills, aid stations, or in this case, nutrition breaks. I'm experimenting for this ultra with my own homemade nutrition, just for a number of reasons I'll get into at a later time. But this is just a salted peanut butter and banana sandwich that I cut into fours. Each four is 100 calories. So I eat one of these every 30 minutes, plus my electrolyte drink has a good 100 to 120 calories in it per hour. I'm taking in about 300 calories an hour. I weigh about 210. So yeah, we're feeling good so far. First trail run I've done in a while. First trail run I've done in the summer in a long time, and I forgot bug spray. And I've caught a record number of spider webs so far. A little over 2 hours in now. Still feeling really good. Haven't felt too burned out. It's a little warm, a little humid.
but we're making do. Been fueling consistently. I was pushing for 16, but I've only got 3 hours to run, and I'm only averaging about 4.5, 5 miles an hour. So maybe rethinking this and doing this plan by time for my long runs instead of dialed in mileage.
Well, this is the morning after the first long run. Yesterday the long run went well. I definitely learned a lesson yesterday that, you know, it's oftentimes better to go by time with long distance on trails than it is for to have prescribed mileage, because you never know what the terrain's going to be like, unless it's a trail that you run consistently, which that's the first time I ran that trail in a few months. You never know what the terrain's going to be like. You never know what the elevation change, possibly a GPS signal depending on what street cover you have. So, but you know, first long run went well. You know, this morning's kind of an easy recovery day. I got a nice 30 minutes, 60 minute spin on the bike tonight when I get home from work. And then we're going to do some heavy deadlifting tomorrow. So, look forward to having you join me for that. So, I'll catch you tomorrow. All right, good morning. It is heavy deadlift day. First real heavy, just straight deadlift day I've had in a while. On the CrossFit program I do, I follow Linchpin Athletics. And today we're pulling heavy. I believe our rep scheme is 3-3-2-2-1-1-1. It'll be the first time I've done that rep scheme in a while. Lightest body weight I've been at, so see what happens. We're out in the garage gym. It is about 3:30 in the morning. Gotta get it in before work. So I'm gonna warm up and we're gonna get at it. Okay, so I'm starting off the day with my warm-ups, just working double unders. My goal this year is to really start nailing my double unders. Right now I kind of alternate between doing a couple singles and a double just to get me going. So I just added into my warm-ups for 10 to 15 minutes along with some other movements to start priming me for deadlifts. So here we got some hip extensions. I don't have a GHD, so I'm doing hip extensions on a box with my feet hooked into my workbench. It actually works really well if you don't have a GHD or you don't want to spend the money on a GHD or you don't have the room for one. Okay, so then I got a little barbell complex here, some pause squats. I always love getting my hips opened up with pause squats to begin the day, whether it's deadlifting, squatting, whatever. Any lower body movement, I'll do a few pause squats first to really just focus on tightness, getting the hips primed. Once I get a few of those in, then I start repping out a few more squats and start getting primed for the movements for the day. So from there, went in and did some stiff leg deadlifts, started getting those hips, hamstrings opened up. I'm just really focusing on a good stretch on the way down, keeping the back flat, really firing the glutes, hips to the top. Just getting my back nice and warmed up for deads. And then from there, I go to everyone's favorite movement, laying on the ground and the old barbell thrusters just to give the glutes one last little firing. I did this warm-up circuit 2 to 3 times around and then got into the main mover deadlift. So just started warming up. I always warm up on deadlifts a plate at a time until I start getting near my working weight. Always starting with 135 to get the right bar height. Start working my way up and see how I'm feeling for the day. I don't have any idea what my maxes are right now. I haven't maxed in so long that, really I just go by feel every day and see what I'm pushing for. I haven't tried to set a max in a while. I haven't competed in a powerlifting meet in a couple years. I know my legs are pretty fatigued from the run the other day on this day, so it's just seeing what I had in the tank. I'm also the lightest I've ever been. I'm weighing between 205 and 210 depending on the day right now. To be honest with you, I'm 29 years old. I haven't weighed that probably since I was in the 5th grade. So rep scheme for the day was 3-3-2-2-1-1-1. Our first working set at 365 for 3. My powerlifting days when I weighed 300 pounds, I could have done this for no telling how many reps. But like I said, I have no idea how strong I am right now, plus given the fatigue from all my long runs.
that I've been doing this week, and training what I've been doing on my long rides for triathlon training, on top of all my other CrossFit training and running. There's really no telling what I've got in the tank on each given day. It's just a matter of feel. So started feeling it out, working my way up, 385 here. Still felt pretty good. Deadlifts for me, it's the one lift I can grind for days and days and days. Squats I can grind a little. Anything upper body, it's either fast or I miss it. Deadlifts, I can grind forever. So I've gotten really good at knowing what speed feels too heavy, what speed doesn't. And I just gauge my efforts by what I'm seeing on the camera with what I'm feeling. Did my 2 sets of doubles at 405. Just kept it conservative. Didn't feel like destroying myself, because the very next day following this, I had a long ride, and then I had a 3.5 hour run coming up, which you'll see in the next video. So I obviously don't want to completely destroy myself in the gym and negate what I'm training for right now. I'm training for an ultramarathon and possibly a half Ironman if it doesn't get canceled. So I'm just being conservative, but still building strength in the gym. I've also been dieting for a long time, so there's no telling what my strength actually is, but this was a good way to end the day. So from there, doing some unilateral work. This is really ugly. I am terrible at single leg deadlifts. But my motto is, if there's something in the gym that you're terrible at, probably means you need to do it more. And one-legged work for running, cycling, as well as just overall health, balance, mobility. The benefits of it are endless, especially for being a more durable runner, a healthier runner, and cyclist. Injury prevention. These are phenomenal. They build strength, they build coordination, core tightness, stability, everything. So I'm starting to like these a lot more. And then finished off with something that everyone loves, just some good old bodybuilder style dumbbell rows. I was running late for work here. I had to leave for work by about 5 a.m. So I did 3 to 4 sets of 12 here, and with one arm, I like them just because I can go as fast as I can possibly go. I set it down from one arm, drop it on the ground, grab it with the other arm, and start ripping it. And I just go until I can't go anymore. If I'm doing 4 sets of 12, the first 3, I'll stop at 12. The last one, I'll go until I feel like I've got maybe one more rep left, or until I'm grinding out till failure, just depending on the day. But so finishing off with these, and that should be it. Next video, we'll have some long runs, hopefully some more lifting. So have a good week.